Hallelujah, hallelujah. Let us all love one another. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Make all of our hearts lines of color. Hallelujah, hallelujah. God bless the child who suffers. Hi everybody, welcome to the Gay Men channel. My name is Justin Gerhardt and this is my weekly vlog, Gay for Justin, where I get to talk about anything I want. So as you can probably tell from the title of the video, this is going to be all about what happened in Orlando. And I don't really know how it's going to go because I've been thinking about how I wanted to tape a video about this, and I was humming and hawing for a while, just thinking, what can I even say? And I think what I realized is that nobody knows exactly what to say when something this tragic happens. And I think that's okay, that we don't know how to respond to 50 people being slaughtered in a mass shooting. It was clearly directed at the LGBT community. However, I feel like the LGBT community is now a combination of so many allies and people that have fought for similar things in very recent history. The women's rights movement, the black equality movement, and now the gay and lesbian, bisexual, transgender movement of the 21st century. They're all connected. They're all fighting for peace. They're all fighting for equality, to be treated equal, despite their sexual orientation or their skin color or their gender. Which is why I feel like this wave could make a big change on the issue of gun control. My initial response was, I was angry, but then I really quickly moved right into tears. Like, I was very sad about this. Just thinking about the people in a nightclub, a place that in the LGBT community is a very safe place to be, a place where people feel very comfortable to be themselves, even if they're not out in public. So to target a place where we go to feel safe and accepted and loved, and just to let it all go and spend an evening dancing and having a few drinks, and I think that's what hit me the most right away, because I was doing exactly the same thing when this happened in Orlando. I was here in Toronto with a bunch of my friends at Buddy's, and we were just having a really good time. For all we knew, this exact same thing could have happened in Toronto. Toronto and Canada have different laws around guns, so the chances of it happening are, I think, less than in the States. And I think that's an example for the States to learn how other countries are trying to avoid these mass shootings. There was a video about what happened in Australia. They had a mass shooting in 1999, I think. 18 people were killed, and then the Prime Minister made some huge changes to gun law, and since then they've had 0 mass shootings. That's insane, and I realize that the States is a different subject matter because it's so much bigger, but if we do nothing, that doesn't make any sense either. After the planes crashed into the Twin Towers, yeah, the security went up crazy in airports, and they were doing everything they can to make sure nobody could get into a cockpit, to make sure the wrong people didn't get on the planes. And that's an example of where we learned something. We made some changes so that it made it harder for somebody to cause that much damage. And yes, it could happen again, but it hasn't yet. And I think that's because of the measures we took, because we wanted to make sure it didn't. And in the States, this is part of the issue, that I think makes everybody really angry is that why has nothing changed? How many times do there need to be mass shootings before the Congress and the government changes the law and makes it way more difficult for just your average citizen to go and grab a semi-automatic gun? Nobody needs a semi-automatic gun. For what in the world do you think you need that gun? You're not going to kill an animal with that because you wouldn't be able to eat that animal. President Obama has given 18 mass shooting speeches from the White House. That is more than the amount of state dinners he's hosted. To me, it just doesn't make sense. And this is where, at first I was sad because of the victims that were lost. And then I just got really angry that it's even possible for somebody who is really mad to go get a gun and to scout it out and then kill a lot of people. Also targeting a group of people, the LGBTQ+ community, who are all about love, all about acceptance, all about tolerance, all about living life to the fullest and embracing who you are. Even if people hate us, we don't hate them back. We know that it's more about them than it is about us. We've had to do more soul searching to figure out how to love ourselves despite what society has told us our entire lives, that being homosexual, liking men if you're a guy, liking girls if you're a girl, wanting to change into a guy if that's what you feel like is you. Society has made us feel like those things are wrong. And it is shifting. I mean, because of this event in Orlando, the outpouring of love and light and warmth from all of our allies is stronger than ever. That's the silver lining in this. I wish that it didn't have to be because 50 people died. But because of that, we are seeing the world come together and support our community. And I truly believe that this is going to be the tipping point to make change in the States. We all have an individual choice to be more kind, to be more understanding. This is an opportunity for us to be even more grateful that we are alive and that we can make a change. And the biggest change that we can make is within ourselves. And that, as a collective, will change the world. It seems simple. It seems like, well, of course, yeah, we should all just change our minds and then it'll be fine. And you're like, I already did. I already changed my mind, Justin. I get it. You living the example of that different mindset is what is going to inspire somebody else to shift their mindset. So that is why it is so important that we go to every Pride event we can go to. It is so important for drag queens to keep performing and to keep changing minds about what it means to put on a dress and create a wonderful illusion and entertain people. It is so important that we stand up and say something if you see somebody else being persecuted or hurt because of their sexual orientation or skin color or gender. We have to keep being the example we want to see in the world. So I challenge you to be proud. Be brave and be proud of who you are, no matter where you are. I know it's incredibly scary sometimes, but know, and you must know from this happening in Orlando, that there are so many people behind you. So many people that support you. And it may not always feel that way, but remember this event, that this is an example of millions of people around the world supporting our community. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is that this event reminds us how much of a gift life is on Earth, and to cherish it even more. Give out more hugs. Tell people you love them. Tell people how much they mean to you. Embrace the gift and the opportunity that we have by living on Earth and getting to share our lives with each other. I know that this is a challenging time for people, and there are so many videos out there right now of other people who are sharing their reaction and their response to what happened in Orlando. So I've posted a few in the description that I thought were really good videos, some other links in the below that will help, ways that you can tweet your congresspeople, ways that you can call your congresspeople and encourage them that this gun law in the States has to be changed. Leave a comment below about how you've been feeling about this whole Orlando shooting, links that you've found about some developments in the story. I want to know how you're feeling about this, because I think we need to keep the conversation going. It's our job. We've got to keep spreading the love. We got to keep being fabulous. We got to keep being fierce. We got to keep having fun. So thank you so much for watching. I am so glad that you guys come back every week. It's an absolute pleasure. Subscribe to the channel if you've never been here before. There is a new video every week. Y'all stay fabulous now. I also wanted to say a goodbye to this apartment. I'm going to be moving, and so this is the last time you're going to see me on this couch. Thank you, apartment. You've been lovely. Have a good weekend. Bye!